Hi, this is DarkFox127 and welcome to another Caranthir Tower Reborn guide video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to go through the content which was added in update 2.2. So this is going to be covering how you activate the atmospheric adjuster over on the balcony and also how to gain access to the secret area of the tower which is hidden behind the forge section. So let's get started. Okay, so to solve the new puzzle that's been added by update 2.2 which allows you to gain access to the secret section behind the forge, you are going to need to activate Sigil Stones. Now these are similar to the things that you will see in the labyrinth. When you go near them they light up a specific symbol, and in this case you have to hit them with a targeted magic spell. So first off we've got Alteration, and that is going to require something along the lines of Mage Light. That'll work perfectly fine. Conjuration is the next one up, but you don't really need a spell for that. I'll show you that shortly. You can just activate that one, as Conjuration is a very difficult one to get to hit a specific stone. The next one is Destruction. That is going to require something like Firebolt, although you can use anything like Flames or something along those lines. But Firebolt is strongly recommended as this one is quite a distance away. So you're probably not going to hit it with anything that's too short. The next one is Illusion. I would recommend something nice and simple that's easy to get hold of, which is like Courage or anything like that. And the last one can be a bit of a tricky one. Now, if you have any spell mods that add restoration spells that are targeted, so from a distance that can hit something, then you can go ahead and use those. If not, there is a spell that is added by the mod itself, Caranthir Tower, and that is called Restoration Bolt. Now, it is possible to get this from the chest that is down by Erbrand's corpse, but as you may or may not know, that is a randomized spell. So you end up with Phosphorescence and another spell tome, which can be anything from a selection of about 5 different spells. So you may already have Restoration Bolt at this point. If you don't, then you have to get it from the Altar of Magic. Now, of course, the Altar of Magic can be activated using the Mage Tallow candles, which could be found in the vault, or they can be crafted with the scroll station in the Mage Quarters later on. So, I'm just going to re-enable my interface here. If you go to the Altar of Magic, you are going to need to go and make sure that you've got the spell creation selected. If not, you can turn the page. So this will open up the crafting menu. If you don't see Spell Tome Restoration Bolt in here, then you're going to have to make sure that your restoration is at least the skill of 25, otherwise it doesn't show. So that's not too difficult to get hold of. And then you simply go ahead, craft it, and then you can learn it. So go into inventory, learn Restoration Bolt, and then get that. Make sure that's ready to go. So the example for these targeted spells is that they are targeted. So you see they'll go a distance and then they'll hit something. So now I'm going to go ahead and just get the rest of the spells ready that I need, and I will get started showing you where all of these Sigil Stones are. Okay, seems as we're already in this room. Now they've got all my spells together. I'm going to go ahead and just activate the first one, which is the Conjuration one. This one we don't need anything for. You can just activate it, and it's just below the Altar of Magic. So go ahead. Hit that. When one of these is activated correctly, and so the other 4 is going to be via the right magic spell, you will hear that sound that I hope you just heard there. It's just a little sort of skill tree sound, very similar to that, and you will know that it is successful and it will no longer light up. So let's go ahead and find the next one, which is Alteration. Okay, so here we are at the lift by the forge area, and if you just look up, you'll see that there is an Alteration Sigil up there. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and hit this one right now. The reason being that I actually want to be able to see what happens when you activate the last one. And you'll be able to see from here. So if we just go into the forge a moment. And move up to the secret entrance. You'll see that there are these lights. And this is not that obvious to some people, but it is actually a doorway that opens up. And there are these lights here that all have to light up. Now, I've already gone ahead and done the Conjuration one, so you can see the light has lit. And the Alteration one over there should be the final piece of the puzzle. So we're going to go ahead and find the other 3 first. Okay, so here we are in the vault, and this is our Destruction one. So if you just look up there, as you come in to the left, you'll see the Destruction symbol. And there is a little more to this than just the sigil, actually. You can go ahead and hit it with Fireball. You'll hear that sound, but you can also hit the wall just below it. And if you do that, there is something hidden within the chest in there as well. So it's just an added little extra. That isn't part of 2.2, that's been there all along, but it is just an additional sort of thing. So we'll go ahead and make our way to the next one, which is Illusion. Okay, so next up we've come to the balcony outside, so you access that through the mage quarters, and you'll see that it is right above the doorway. We have an illusion one, so I'm going to go ahead and select my courage spell. Hear the sound fire off quite nicely, and if I just look to my left there, you'll see that this is the atmospheric adjuster, which allows you to change the weather in the area, and it requires an additional item. We are shortly going to find out exactly where that is and how to gain access to it. So now I've made my way to the library, and if I look up, you'll see that lit up is the symbol above, which is for restoration. And I'm going to go ahead, use my restoration bolt, or anything else that's targeted restoration, which would probably have to be from another mod. And I've got it. So there we go. Now I'm going to go and head back to the forge, and I'm going to activate that final sigil, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, so you might be able to just see in the distance that all the other lights are lit up. We're back to the forge. I've got mage light in my left hand. I'm going to look up, and I'm going to go ahead, fire off the last one. I'm going to look down, and you'll see all the lights will glow red, and the opening will appear. I apologise for any lag or anything. It is quite a heavy room sometimes. And you'll see it's pretty dark here, so let's go on, walk in. No. You go and use mage light again, actually. Just want to see where I'm going. It'll be quite dark in here. So you'll see you can actually close this door as well, if you wish. If you just look up, close the passageway so it can be hidden again. And if you go through the door, we now gain access to the Underforge. Head on in. And this is a very dark red room. It's meant to be the dark section of the mod. It's where all the dark magic is kept that Lucan has had hidden away for all of these years. It's what was talked about in the mod before update 2.2. So you can come in here and find various things. You're going to have to go ahead and unclutter this place. So I'll show you that in a second. You see that lights light up and all sorts, sconces. This is one of the biggest additions. It's Lucan's dark magic. There is some information on it, and there's also the actual dark magic itself. But first off, let's go ahead and just unpack this room. So we'll go to the crates. Got animations turned off. That's nice and quick. And unpacked, you'll see we have something here as well. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the cool stuff. I'll let you discover that. I'll just show you sort of the important stuff. You've got your blood station there that does something interesting, and then you have the dark magic over here. Now, there's a bit of controversy about the dark magic thing. People are a bit annoyed at the way that I've got it set up, but the fact is, if you read the journal, it's all explained. It's your own damn fault if things don't go very well for you here. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it there. Now I've got the atmospheric adjuster. Now this is behind a magical orange barrier, and it is the lava orb that you're going to need to activate the atmospheric adjuster. The one on the balcony anyway. So what you need to do is go ahead and place the correct snow globes on here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the snow globes I need and show you how to open this barrier up. Okay, so I went ahead and got all of the snow globes that I'm going to need. Now, the hint to this is right above you. If you light the area up, you'll see that there is another symbol, which is currently not lit up at all, and that is the destruction symbol. So that's kind of your hint as to what you do here. Now, what you need are the Frost Atronach snow globe, the Flame Atronach snow globe, and then you'll see that the symbol lights up. So the only thing left from those two elements is shock. So I've got sparks here, which is the other spell that you'll need. And once I hit that symbol, you'll see that the barrier comes down. Now, if you don't know where all of the snow globes are, there is a guide that I've done on that, and that will be linked at the top right of the screen right now. You can go ahead and watch that if you need to. So once you've got the snow globes, place them in, hit that with sparks, as I just have, and you'll gain access to the atmospheric lava orb. I'm going to go ahead, pick that up, and now I'm going to head to the balcony. Okay, so back to the balcony we are, and as you can see, there's the atmospheric adjuster, and now we have the lava orb. I can go and place that on there. You'll hear that little sound fire off, and you can access it. And now you can select rain, snow, or you can sort of clear things up. So it really depends on what's happening at the moment. So if we say rain, we can make it rain. The little glow go off. And you can experiment with it. And you can have some real fun. So the transition of weather will happen very slowly, but it will happen. Give it a few seconds. It should start to rain. There we go. And then you can go onto it. And it's currently recharging. It takes a little bit of time so you can use it again, because it has to wait for that transition. But yeah, you can use it shortly. And then you can go ahead and make it snow again, or you can make it clear, do whatever you will. So, like I say, I'm not going to go through all of the additional stuff from 2.2, but now you should have access to all of it, and you can go around and try things out. Try out the new spell, but like I say, if you die, it's not my problem. Read the journal, make sure you know what's going to happen, potentially. You can go ahead, try out the new blood station, and all sorts of cool stuff like that. And of course, the atmospheric adjuster. So that is it. That is it for this guide. That shows you how to get the sigils activated so you can gain access to everything. I hope you found it useful. Please let me know in the comments section down below. You can of course go ahead and check out my website at www.darkfox127.co.uk. If you need those snow globes, yet again, you can go and check that guide out as well. Everything's going to be in the description down below. Please also be sure to go ahead and check out our community Discord, where you can come along and talk about mods, gaming, everything in general, share stuff and all sorts. So hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.